Welcome, everyone, to another edition of The Score. Wiley Baker with you here. As a reminder, The Score is a sports show here on AACPS TV and the Anne Arundel County YouTube channel, where our Athletes in Action show focuses on a specific team at an Anne Arundel County public school. The Score zeroes in on a special individual in regards to Anne Arundel County Public Schools athletics, and we certainly have that gentleman here today from Meade High School, the athletic director, well, the new but not so new anymore athletic director in Mustang Country. I'm here with Jamie Cook. Jamie, thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, off the air, we were talking about you and how you got started as a student athlete, where you grew up. Tell us a little bit about Jamie Cook.
I'm from the area. I'm a local kid. I grew up at Annapolis High, went to Annapolis High. I played under some legendary coaches, Al Larimore, also John Brady. I was on Mr. Brady's last championship team. So I've had my fill of some great coaches. I went on to play college football at Brigham Young University, and I played under legendary coach Lavelle Edwards. I played a little baseball for Larry Brogdon as well. He was a great leader at our school at Annapolis High. He was also my JV football coach when I was there. But my experiences go way back. I coached a little bit at some previous schools, but I also played youth league football at Annapolis Crusaders when I was a team back then, and Powell Hawks, and just had some great mentors in my life. There was a gentleman by the name of Mel Parker who ran the Powell Hawks organization, who really was inspiration in me getting involved in sports.
Talk a little bit about your career at BYU. I had no idea you were from or went to Utah after growing up here.
I did. It was a difficult, not difficult, but a challenging road. I didn't have many aspirations to play in college. I was a pretty good high school athlete, but I had no idea. There was no one really telling me that I could play at the next level. Fortunately for me, my cousin went out to the university, well, not the university, Northern Idaho College, I think that's the name of it, told me about a small junior college in Idaho. I went there, played a year. I was all conference, and I gaining a scholarship to Brigham Young University. So I was there 2 years, really enjoyed myself, developed some great relationships there, and it's almost like a second home. Still have some family and friends there. And the head coach is actually a teammate. The assistant head coach was my roommate in college.
Oh, wow, how special.
Absolutely.
Now, as athletic director, and I know, of course, you have coaches that can handle these types of things, but if you have a student athlete that comes up to you and is similar to you, and, well, you were a great high school athlete, but maybe those colleges aren't looking at you, or they don't think a whole lot of your athletic career, how do you tell them to dig deep and really go for it like you did?
Oh, it's really easy because, you know, you own that testimony, and it's really easy for me to share with them that there are other avenues in order for them to achieve their dream. There are opportunities, prep schools, junior colleges, and I had no idea about it, but I also had lost the love to play football. Like, I like football. I don't love football. Fortunately for me, I was blessed that I was a pretty decent athlete in football, and I gained a scholarship. But there are a lot of student athletes in our Meade community who have aspirations and playing at the next level. And I think, you know, credit to new head coach Mike Francis, who's really like a pillar in the community. We're trying to do our best to get all those kids into whatever school we can to get them acclimated to being in college and trying to be better human beings after college, you know.
Now tell us about your career before you became athletic director, between the player and the athletic director, as a teacher or a coach or whatever else you might have done between.
So I taught for 20 plus years.
Wow.
Local private school at Indian Creek. Both my boys attended school there. It's a great program. I taught middle school math. I started off teaching middle school math, and I would coach high school football and basketball at the Severn School for a very long period of time. And then Indian Creek built a high school, and I became the athletic director there. But as I became the athletic director, I transitioned into being a health teacher. I was a health education major.
Okay.
So it was a great fit. I really learned a lot of things working with that community, working with Indian Creek's community. Just simple things like, you know, I grew up in a single family home, but you take for granted, no, you don't take for granted, but you misunderstand the value of a dual relationship or married, a household that has a mom and a dad. And so there were times when kids were telling me that their parents were being divorced, and I really didn't think much of it. I thought, you know, not a big deal, because I grew up with just my mom.
Okay.
But what a powerful thing that is to have both parents in the house. And my wife and I have been married for quite a long time, my son, and I just understand the value of it now. So.
Well, congratulations on that.
Oh,
it definitely takes a lot of values to be able to make everything work, for sure. I know, because my parents were married for over 50 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Unbelievable. We're expecting the same out of you and Mrs. Cook for sure.
Sure, sure.
Well, tell us, why is Meade High School, why is Mustang Country the perfect fit for Jamie Cook?
It is Jamie Cook. You know, it's interesting. I heard, I was in the pool of candidates for the position.
Okay.
I heard the position became available, and I lit up like a Christmas tree. Coach Francis reached out to me, told me about it as well, and I thought, you know, great, it'd be cool to work with an individual like him who's a pillar in the community, wants to see his community thrive and achieve more. And I thought these are the same type of young men who are very, you know, mirror images of myself, and ideally they need guidance and they need someone to help them, to guide them in the right direction and show them there is an opportunity for them to achieve their aspirations. And I just thought Meade would be the perfect fit. And so far, I mean, you know, you hear all the negative stories and the outside chatter about the Meade community, but I love it. I mean, if you're in that building and you know our athletes, I mean, you understand that our kids are amazing. I just got an email from one of the Office of Athletic members, and they just told me they were out watching our swim team, and our swim team was so supportive of each other, and that they couldn't believe how our community was with the kids and our kids in the community. And I shared that with our coaches, but in all though, Wiley, I believe all our programs are like that. All of our teams are like that. Just like any other school, we have a few bad eggs, but ideally I think Dr. Rivers and the program as a whole is a wonderful place to be a part of.
And I can tell you that your swimming program is spectacular. I've done the Athletes in Action show, and they inspired me. The Meade swimming program is fantastic, amongst the other athletic programs. What have you taken from your previous experience as athletic director and brought to Meade? Now, I know you've already explained a lot of the parts that are personal to you. What have you maybe taken from your previous experiences that have really helped Meade become a better school in regards to athletics and student athletes?
Yeah, you know, my thing is, as an athlete, I mean, I've had an opportunity to play at a very high level, and I understand that at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the coaching, it's about how well did you prepare. And I hope that our kids will embrace that idea, and so at all of our parent-coaches meetings, I express to our parents that we should embrace competition. At the end of the day, there's going to be a loser. Not necessarily a loser, but there's going to be someone that comes in second place. And we have to understand that it's going to be a winner, it's going to be a second place person. So you need to embrace the competition and say, hey, you know, what can I do to become first? You know, what can I do with myself, internally check myself, my checklist. Did I do this? Did I work in the off season? Did I do were my grades okay? Because we all know when you're doing well academically, athletically, it becomes second nature. Right. But at the end of the day, I hope that, you know, our community will understand that I want to push forward and have us really just to compete and be the best that we can be, you know, on all levels. I mean, and if we lose, at the same token, we want to shake hands and compete and be gentlemen and gentlewomen about the situation and just understand that it's about the competition.
And you do have a very diverse student range, parent range there at Meade High School. And again, I'm with Jamie Cook. He is the new athletic director at Meade High School in Mustang Country. And with all the military youngsters that brings in, I know that Kevin Rutledge left you a nice platform there to build on. How do you work that in from what you've experienced with the military youngsters and kind of piece that all together with the coaching staff?
First, I like to say that Kevin Rutledge did an outstanding job building this program. I mean, I still lean on him to this day. I mean, I call him often, and he did a superb job building the program, branding the program. I know that a lot of people didn't like the fact that he changed the colors, but a lot of people also love the colors. They love that it looks clean. But Kevin has done a great job of building that program, and I hope that I can continue on what he has done and build it even a little better. But I hope that when people come to our venues, to our arenas, that they feel that it's safe, they feel that it's a facility that, man, I love playing here because it's really cool, that the atmosphere is engaging, you know, rowdy fans, but positive about it. But I want them to feel like, man, I can't wait to play at Meade because those fans are crazy, but they're cool. And I want that to be our community. And along with that, I believe that our kids will start to understand that they have a supportive group of people supporting them, and they will start to excel, and the community as a whole will start to excel.
And as you praise Kevin Rutledge, wanted to say, what does Jamie Cook want to do to, you said you want to move forward? What kind of stamp do you want to say, okay, this is Jamie Cook's way of moving Meade High School athletics forward? You
know, all my life, I've always been, I've been the athlete that would rather take the back seat. And I said that to my coaches at my coaches meeting. I will be your best roadie. Like, I don't want to be in your pictures. I know my job. I want to do my job, and I want to do it to the best of my ability. But ideally, I want to be able to grow with our program. If there's an interest, I want us to grow in it. If there's a need, I want to try to provide that need. Fortunately for me, I was a AD of a very affluent private school, so I know how to obtain some monies and how to obtain funding to get some of the things we need. And right now, we're just trying to build out some things, just really shine up some of the facilities that we have that Kevin has already put in place. But ideally, whatever the program needs, I'm going to bust my backside to try to get it for them.
I want you to brag on some of those. I've been in the press box. It is beautiful, but you have some beautiful new facilities. I know you're proud of those.
Absolutely. Kevin did a great job coordinating and administrating some money from the casino. So we have a new stadium, which is beautiful, as you said, with the press box. It's really well done. He also set up the gymnasium. I mean, as I said, we changed colors. A few of the alum did not like the coloring, but a lot of alum love the coloring. A lot of alum seem to think that the color looks kind of comparable to the Army, so it's like like West Point. So if you think about the black and the silver, and if we added in a little Vegas gold, we could be West Point colors. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, things are going to continue to get better, and I believe the school was granted a grant through the DOD. I'm not sure the amount of money, but the school's going to expand a little more, so the facility's going to improve even more, probably within the next 5 years.
Oh, very good. Well, let's talk about those maybe short-term, long-term goals that you have for Meade High School as the athletic director. I know you're relatively new, but I know you have a lot of things in your mind that are turning that you want to kind of put the steps into place. What do you see for the future of Meade High School athletics? You know,
just one of the things, with such a diverse community, we lack a little bit on the booster side, so we're going to try to build that booster program up, and really building that up, I believe, will build up our community involvement and build up the whole program as a whole. I mean, we still have our booster president is outstanding. She does a good job with with the resources she has, but I think we can do better as a whole with the people that we want to put in place. And I think if we could do that, we can really achieve whatever we want. I mean, the school has a lot of resources. We get a lot of military people, as you said, who are not really familiar with the school, and we would like to have a place where they're welcome and they feel like they can jump right in and be a part of the program and make things happen.
Again, here with Meade High School Athletic Director Jamie Cook. And Coach, as we wrap things up, my final question to you would be, what do you want to kind of focus on right here in the here and now for your athletic teams, your student athletes, your coaches, and those great Mustang fans?
Again, it's all about competing, embracing the competition. I think this year I'm still getting my feet under me. Kevin has done a great job, so I'm tweaking some of the things he's done, and I just want to make sure that our community gets the best out of me that I can give them, and vice versa, so we get the best out of each other and we just grow together.
Well, you have done a tremendous job. I know the hospitality when I have been there has been second to none, and we certainly appreciate that. And we look forward to coming back and visiting Meade High School once again. And personally, I love the colors. They're good. Not that the old colors were anything wrong with them, but the new colors, they fire me up when I go to Meade High School as well. Just seeing that big M on that basketball court is a big deal. Awesome. So, Jamie, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate you. I know you have a busy schedule. Thank you so much for everything. Keep up the good work.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And again, what a special interview today we've had with Meade High School Athletic Director Jamie Cook. He has done a tremendous job down in Meade country. Get out and see their beautiful new facilities. Get out and see their coaches, their athletic teams. And again, you can check out their website and find out more information about Meade High School athletics. As always, in honor and memory of my mom, Dee Baker, I'm Wiley Baker. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you on the court, on the field, or on the air, and with another edition of The Score on AACPS TV and the Anne Arundel County Public Schools YouTube channel.